Day number 2. This is your push day. The day begins with an Olympic lift. It's called the barbell split jerk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you different progressions of this exercise. If you have not done it before, these are going to help you practice. If you have done it before and your technique is good, then make sure you're lifting the appropriate amount of weight for the number of reps that you have to do. So the split jerk, pick it up the same way as you did the power clean. Get low, get your chest up, head up, and then do a deadlift. After that, you're going to pull it up to your shoulders and put it on your shelf. This is your starting position for the split jerk. The first thing that happens is a counter movement. The counter movement is meant to get momentum upward on the bar. Okay? You don't want to try to press this bar overhead by using brute strength. You want to try to get a little bit of momentum upward on the bar to assist you with the move. So the counter movement looks like this. It's a very short and quick movement of the hips down and then equally as fast up. Looks like this. See how the bar jumped up off my shoulders? That's the momentum upward that I'm talking about. Looks like this, the counter movement. Back into the hips, and then explosively locking the knees out and popping the hip forward. So counter movement, again, is here. Really short and quick. Now once the bar gets as much momentum upward as it can after you do your counter movement, all you do is extend your arms forcefully and drop your body weight underneath the bar in a split position, which looks a lot like that split jerk we did in day 1. Okay, so I'll show you the entire move. Looks like this. Counter movement, forcefully lock the elbows overhead and drop into your split position. Re-rack on your shelf and then repeat. You shouldn't have to press this overhead. It should be floating up and then your body should be dropping underneath. The main thing that's happening is the elbows are locking out and extending and you're catching the weight. That's a split jerk. Once you've done the required number of reps, rest and then repeat. Make sure you do all of the sets before you move on to circuit number 1. And now we're going to show you your first circuit. Your first circuit on day 2 begins with a barbell bench press. Now the only thing I'm going to say about this is to make sure that you get spotters when you do this lift. If you take a look in your packet, just notice the number of repetitions that you have to do each week. They change each week, so you should be progressively adding weight to the exercise. So, get a spotter so you don't have any accidents. Barbell bench press. Just make sure you're lifting the appropriate amount of weight. If you can do it more than the number of reps that you have to do it, then add weight. Second exercise, called a dumbbell, one arm, bow row. That stands for bent over. Alright, you're going to see that abbreviation a lot. This is the position of this exercise. Wide feet, hips back, chest down towards the floor. Make sure that the posture in your back is very straight. You want a flat back, shoulder and hip should almost be in alignment. Shoulder should be just slightly above the hip. Once you do that, grab your dumbbell, lower it all the way down towards the floor so your shoulders rotate, and then forcefully punch down and pull. The shoulders should do a clean exchange. Your one hand should punch all the way down towards the floor and the other shoulder should come all the way up, so you got a lot of rotation through your shoulders. The hips should not move, however. Do not move the hips. If you do that, you're going to feel it a lot more in your stomach if you try to keep the hips very solid. So I'll show you a few reps of this exercise. Looks like this. Notice the hips from the side, they do not move. Third exercise in your circuit, you're going to need a stability ball. It's called stability ball circles. So you'll begin the exercise by putting your hands in this position, make a triangle, and then you'll put your arms onto the ball and do a plank position. This is called a plank. Once you've got it here, all you do is you just push the ball clockwise for the number of reps you have to do it for. Once you're done with that, stay in your plank position and push the ball counterclockwise for the same number of reps. Make sure your body, just like the dumbbell one-arm row, the body does not move. The lower body does not move. Once you've done that, go back to the bench press and go through the circuit until you've done all of your sets. That's the end of circuit number 1, and I will show you circuit 2.